It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the NFC North. It's the Bears and the Vikings, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Grant sets to return it. Fields on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it'll be second down. Play action. It's Fields. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On play action, Cousins on the move to his left. Open here, Adam Thielen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Play action now, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They go play action. Cousins steps away. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. They'll throw again. Cousins. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw, Cousins. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
The kick by Joseph is good, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Here comes Grant on the return. And able to get this out to the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now Montgomery running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Throwing third down. Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Cousins throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First and 10 at the 49-yard line. Play fake. Cousins. He'll buy some time right. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Second down and goal. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
3rd and goal for Cousins. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. Smith catches left side. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr. from 8 yards out. Well, the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And you don't see the fake field goal often. Here it works for a touchdown.
And sometimes you see it called in the biggest stages. How about a couple of years ago, Packers-Seahawks, and the Seahawks trying to rally, fake field goal, help them win it and go to the Super Bowl.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The return man is Grant. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet. 7 yards, the pickup there. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here's Fields. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
We have seen this before.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, one on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Well, he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Off the play fake, Cousins out to his left. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, 32 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Grant sets to return it. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Oh, shifts past him, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
It doesn't matter where on the field he is, even down here in the red zone, he is still slippery with the ball in his hands, and he was almost able to work his way into the end zone. Instead, they'll have to settle for 1st and goal, but they'll take it.
Now Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still won't.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And he's got some space here. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there on the catch and run.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock. But now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down. Now Fields. This is caught by Robinson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Throwing again is Fields. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Those INTs all sting when you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Joseph's got it. And that will do it for this. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. On 1st and 10, Cousins pushes past him. Complete. Jefferson the target. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 30-yard line. From the 30 on 2nd down, Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 1st down. Here's Cousins. Rolling to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well, so where's the line?
Touchdown, Chicago!
34 yards for David Montgomery.
And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Santos with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Cousins buying time to his left. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Cousins. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Vikings. KJ Osborne from 8 yards out, and the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. Cousins will try and throw. And he's got it. So they tried for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker?
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Cousins.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
That catch good for only a couple. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
Here comes Grant on the return.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Rolling to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Again, it's Cook. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And now they're in the hurry-up. On second down now, it's Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Here's Jordan Berry now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Returnable, now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings.
Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense here. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
The return man is Grant. And he returns this to the 22. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And they're able to get this one across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Fields. The screen pass here to Cullen. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. From just shy of midfield, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Again, Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's Fields. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. We'll check on his status when we get back. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
The kick by Joseph is good. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. Grant sets to return it.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Fields throwing again.
That is caught by Cohen. And he's got this down to the 35. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
To throw is Fields.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. 3rd and long. It's Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off around the 41. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Joseph now to have the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
Here comes Grant on the return.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys